The fifth and final test, at least for today. This one will be a little different from the previous three, just as the first was not very much like the next three, although, of course, there is a commonality between Nazi ovens and sarcophagi, obviously. This fifth test will also provide a clue to answering the previous three tests. And in this case, the question is quite different. It is, well, as I present maybe 5 or 6 slides of of unusual ways in which people are trying to improve their mental and physical health. The question is for you, for us, how could, what is the better way to improve one's physical and mental health? I hope, of course, you can suggest anything you like. I will be biased towards answers that reflect opinions that my personal opinions, which I've shared in the past, and which will contrast very strongly with what we see in the upcoming slides. Let's begin. Not such a nice slide. There were some bad photos. I don't care to share them. Very low quality photos of a elderly woman being carried in a casket coffin. It's quite elaborate ritual. Apparently, it's based on a Chinese folk belief that caskets are considered auspicious, good luck somehow. And the reason for this superstition is based on, well, very silly, a coincidence between the Chinese word for casket or coffin, guan kai, or guan, I guess it's guan kai. And that word is very similar, sounds similar to the phrase official wealth. Official wealth. I think that means you are working for the government. That is fundamental part of the Chinese dream, a good job, and traditionally was with the government. Confucianism was all about managing an empire with good bureaucrats, government workers. Well, actually, the spelling for the two words, coffin and official wealth, is identical in our alphabet. But of course, it's quite silly. But that's what they want. Wealth. This is a photo of a Thai ritual for removing bad luck and getting good fortune. And fortune, I suppose, means mostly fortunes, lots of money, probably. And again, this ritual consists of spending time in a coffin. European monks, Catholic monks, used to do the same. And who was that poet? One poet claimed he spent a lot of time in his coffin. He was also a bishop, maybe? No, a priest. What was his name? It slips my mind. More coffins. This one again in Asia. Hmm. Poor people there. They lie in coffins. This is how they somehow teach themselves to feel grateful to life. Yes, by thinking, at least I'm not dead. Oh my, it would be horrible to be in a coffin and dead. No, if you're dead, you don't know you're in a coffin. So it's silliness here. But we do have something to learn from death, as I've spoken about in my lectures on Eckhart Tolle, that fraud from Vancouver, Canada. Only 10 minutes in these coffins. I'm sure they should be able to do better. I mean, they've got their children locked up in classrooms all day. Surely the parents can do better than this. On a different note, high-tech health solutions, the hyperbaric oxygen therapy chamber. Yeah, you have to get yourself healthy. Pure oxygen. I'm not sure that's so good for us, but what looks kind of pricey. The iron lung, the solution to polio and a few other things. How do you convince people to lock themselves in these pods, in these, oh, let's call them sarcophagi too. Why not? Not nearly as aesthetically pleasing, but maybe more impressive. This one shine. It's red light therapy. Forget the sunshine. Don't need that. Just get yourself some red light therapy. Amsterdam? Anyone? And the last one, med beds. This one uses quantum frequencies, pulsing them into you for healing. Yes, nature forgot to heal us, so we must make expensive toys. Um, my dear father, I think, was in one of these briefly. He's fine. I remember researching the name of the company. It slips my mind now. And the name was identical to the name of a US submarine. Hmm. The military. Well, what was the question again? What better ways exist for improving mental and physical health? Well, try not to flood the comment section. I'm sure everyone has lots of ideas. Try to base your answers on ideas I've shared, although you're, of course, welcome to disagree. Um, as a side note, I've made some good progress recently by eliminating almonds and maybe olive oil. I've become so sensitive and so clean, I guess, that these little things have triggered very unpleasant side effects. Now, I'm not sure my olive oil is the real thing. It is local Mexican, so I may have to try again with real olive oil, if such a thing can be found. Well, thank you for enduring my tests, my temptations to be right. And I'll be reading the comment section and, well, I hope to reward and give out some PDFs of my work for free for your participation. Thank you. I'll be back, no doubt, soon enough with more lectures. Be well, everyone. Take care, enjoy, and remember where we are and who's in charge, and we have a responsibility to do something, make something better of this world.